so many pitchers throwing secondary pitches. He still goes after you with fastballs.
May I submit to you, though, that his fastball, his two fastballs, fastball obviously then cutter, his cutter is different. It's not quite as hard as many others throw the cutter.
No, and so that's almost like an all-speed pitch for him.
Thought I'd throw that out there. He's so much about the pressure on the baseball. Little check swing roller. Seager's got a long way to go. Ohtani flies up the line. He didn't mean to, but he'll take it. An infield hit for Shohei Ohtani.
And he really didn't get out of the batter's box as quickly as we normally see, but still, once he gets going, those strides, there's no way. With the defense way it's set up, but this kind of a half swing making contact, Seager's got to go to the backhand, even though he got rid of it quickly on the transfer. No chance against Shohei.
A pair of 27s about to battle here. One, the biggest name in the game, steps into the batter's box. One of the fastest rising names in the game is on the mound. This is fun. Throws him that cut fastball. It's high. 1-0 the count to Mike. Mike's OPS this year against right-handed pitching is nearly 1,500. Hits the outside corner with another cutter.
30.3 sprint speed going down the line for Shohei Ohtani.
League average is about 27.
Yes.
Wow.
And a little bit of a stumble initially getting out of the batter's box.
That one dives down and away. That's a different look than the cutter, folks. You notice it there. That's the curveball. Average spin rate on that pitch over 3,000.
Yeah, his average for his breaking pitch is 3,024. And the average is about 2,458. He's picked up tremendous spin rate over the last year or two.
He and his father Warren, when he was a high schooler, local product at Hart High School. Some of the first to use cameras, period. Any sort of cameras to work as you see those dramatic spin rates. Trout puts it on the ground. On across the diamond in time for the out. 2 outs in the inning. We had a slide there for Shohei Ohtani. We hope to see more of them when he's stealing bases. That's been an area of focus, Jose Mota.
I'll tell you what, if he had a green light all the time, he'd probably have like 20 stolen bases right now. I'm not joking, but here's information that happened before the game is Bruce Hines is instructing Ippei to pass on to Shohei all the different moves and variations he might see from Trevor Bauer. I think this is pretty much all instigated and started by Shohei Ohtani, who wants to know every single detail, Gooby, to make sure he has as much advantage as possible.
And I think you have to be aggressive against Bauer. Not a lot of base runners. His whip 789. 0.789. That's less than a base runner per inning.
So 3 different moves, Gooby, he showed him going to first, and 2 different moves he showed him going home.
And so with the runner in scoring position and the studied Shohei Ohtani out there with every advantage he can put his hands around. Wall swings right through that one. Fastball at 94 miles an hour. There is a changeup if you're curious, folks, but he never throws it. I mean, he has it, and you would think maybe to a lefty, he just hasn't thrown it.
Yeah, the hitter's what, a 1-for-1 against his changeup this year when it's put in play, so he doesn't throw a lot of them.
You know one thing, guys, Shohei Ohtani, watch Shohei Ohtani between pitches. He does this better than any Angels base runner. Instincts, he looks in, then he looks out, who's in the outfield, where they're playing, and he's pretty much helping Butterfield here with information is what he sees. But what a great habit to have, to make sure, there he goes. He wants to make sure to know who's out there and also remembering what type of arms they have.
Well, that's great stuff, Jose. As Bauer fires a fastball inside.
You can never have the excuse to say, I went on my own because I thought he was playing deeper. Well, you should know that way beforehand.
Jared with a .402 on base percentage this year with 6 home runs, 11 total extra bases. It was a breakout September. It's been a continued breakout in 21. Swings right through it, cut fastball. 3-2.
He doesn't give in. He's got a number of pitches he can go to and throw in the strike zone. 12 walks, 58 strikeouts for Bauer.
Last time out was somewhat human. Pitched only into the 5th inning through a ton of pitches. Gave up just 1 run. It was a team loss against the Chicago Cubs on the road. Three-two fastball outside corner, strike 3.
Looking for dinner made easy? Move over meal prep and make way for pre-chopped and pre-portioned ingredients. Hit the road hard to follow recipes and say hello to easy breezy meals. Peace out, pile of dishes, and welcome easy cleanup. Well, hello there, Home Chef. Home Chef oven-ready meals, pre-chopped and pre-portioned recipes without the prep or mess. Get $90 off your first month at homechef.com. Home Chef, delicious meat simple.
I struggle to find glasses that fit my face.
The bridge of my nose is like basically non-existent.
Glasses tend to slide down my nose.
Warby Parker has the solution.
The low bridge frames.
Drum roll, please.
Voila.
Shake test. These feel amazing. Glasses start at $95, including the prescription lenses.
Woo, that's a deal. And you look good.
More frames.
More widths.
Better fits.
Warby Parker.
Again, this is after the inning. This is revisiting all that Jose discussed. That's one of the perks of being a designated hitter. You can always be in school if you want to, if you're the DH.
But Bauer is susceptible to a stolen base. I think you have to go against him today. He's got a longer throwing motion. There was a lot of slow curveballs. You got to pick the right count and pitch to go.
Quintana wants a swift one. He goes to work with the pitch away. 1-0 the count to Sheldon Noisy. This year, when he pitches at 1-0, opponents have an on base of .513 against him. If he gets strike 1, it drops 200 points. And he had Gooby, I feel like, in the first inning, an inning that's been emblematic of his season. A whole bunch of pitches, a whole bunch of strikeouts, and some trouble on the base paths.
That comes about when you just don't feel quite confident what you're doing on the mound. When you have that many walks, you're just not quite sure if you're willing to challenge in the strike zone. Any pitcher has been through that when you're struggling, because you have doubt in your mind. So you're more apt to think, all right, let me try to get him a chase out of the strike zone, but you got to get in the strike zone first before you get those chases.
32-year-old left-hander. It's a chase up and away. Jose's got a lot of work to do, but look, history tells us there's a ton in the tank with which to do that work.
Yes, and some numbers that perhaps, Darren, you might enjoy. You too, Gooby. How about the BABIP against Jose Quintana? 477. That's unreal. Major League average today. It's 285. Balls in play, batting average. 22 pitches per inning, way too much. And then, Gooby, Ks per inning just does not tell you as to what the results are. A guy coming in today with a 10.5 ERA, huh?
So it's there, but you're falling behind and too much traffic, and when the ball is hit, it's finding a hole.
I had to throw that BABIP in there for Darren.
I love that so much, by the way, for the casual fan. Batting average for balls in play. And Jose's making the point that there's been some bad luck, and then Gooby's doubling down with saying he's also created some of his own bad luck with the walks. Yeah, that's a Jose and Gooby. That's a recipe for disaster when you're unlucky and walking folks.
I like his fastball too. It runs to the upper part of the strike zone when it's a lower third, especially on the inner half. It gets hit pretty good, but when he can run it upstairs, he can have success with it. Here's a chance right now to get a wipeout swing and miss on his curveball.
He's got to get ahead, though. I mean, that's the key for him.
Like most pitchers, but pitchers like a Shohei Ohtani, because he's got such great stuff. You can fight back. You can even have a walk in your game.
That pitch is outside. 2 of 8 first pitch strikes to start this game. You want to be above 60%. That's where league average hangs. That one runs in. Good cut to it. 3-2 the count to the dangerous DJ Peters.
Yeah, we know how strong he is.
Donald DJ Peters plays at 25 years old, 6'6". Loosely gripping that bat. Look at the index finger on his right hand. Right back to Quintana. A glove flip into the throwing hand. Like it. A little swag in making that play.
Got to build confidence any way you can get rolling. I always look at when you have 5 career starts against a team like the Dodgers and your career ERA is at 2.01, you got to have confidence coming into the game. You have to. Doesn't matter what you've done this entire season, but you face a club that you've pitched well against. That's got to give you confidence.
And so now left on left, he deals with Gavin Lux. .258 on base percentage this year. Sounded like he broke his bat. He didn't, as he serves that one foul. A shortstop by trade, and obviously with Corey Seager, at least for the remainder of this year out there. He is a second baseman now. We'll see what the future holds. Good take on a breaking ball. 2 hits and a walk in this series for Lux. And a sub 100 batting average this year against left-handed pitching. Rolls that one firm, kicks off the glove of Walsh and into right field. An error for the Angels first baseman.
Boy, you'd love to have that real quick inning, save some pitches. Now you're dealing with a patient hitter in Betts. You don't see that often. Jared Walsh at first base. .33 errors this year for the Angels. Well, Betts may be swinging first pitch. Got to be a good spot here for Quintana.
You flip the lineup around with that miscue, and that's what hurts as much as anything. Good fastball. Bottom corner of the strike zone. 0-1 the count to Mookie Betts. Those 33 errors, far and away the highest total in the game. Padres chasing. They don't want to be chasing, but they have 29 errors this year.
That's surprising number 2. The 2 teams you expect to be much, much better defensively, the Angels and the Padres.
And what does it mean when you look at the advanced numbers? Defensive runs saved this year for the Halos, and they know they will improve in this area. They have to. Too many quality defenders out there, and a lot of injuries that have hurt, but according to the advanced metrics, they've given their opponents 26 runs defensively.
And you add that in with the walk total, you have a lot of extra base runners. And you're forcing yourself to make perfect pitch after perfect pitch with guys on base.
And just for an example, the Washington Nationals have managed to skew the other way defensively. They're plus 23 in that category. That's like driving in 23 extra runs. That one's driven toward the gap. On the move, making the play out there is Taylor Ward. All kinds of traffic. Like a SIG alert out there in the base paths. Let's clean it up.
Hey Al, I'm just wondering, during the demo on MLB Tonight, what was that meatball you threw?
Meatball? I think you're misunderstanding. That was a hitting demonstration, and that's what I was supposed to do.
Oh, he got home, baby.
Right. I think that ball's still traveling. Any farther, and you need a flight plan for it.
Next question.
The analyst of MLB Tonight, answering baseball's toughest questions, only on MLB Network.
Jim, now that you're an analyst at MLB Network, do you find that your days are easier?
Hey, Jim, here's a research packet for tonight's show. I'll see you on the set in 5.
Maybe a little easier.
The analyst of MLB Tonight on MLB Network.
All of our families, our baseball families together. Of course, like Yvonne Upton, Annie and Yvonne are dad and mom, and we know how important she is to her two boys. Melvin, who of course had a long major league career. And the glue that she provides are two sons that give back a ton in their time, a ton of their finances for those who might not be able to be on like a travel team or a youth baseball team.
Oh, how great was that picture?
Wonderful. And I have been fortunate enough to know this young man for quite some time, and even as an amateur, being around his mom, she is a rock. 0-1 the count. As that breaking ball hits the inside corner to Upton.
Upton 4 for 11 against Bauer with a home run.
So there are some gaudy numbers. I mean, there really are big numbers for these Angels against Bauer. I think the uniqueness of Bauer, as he doesn't get a swing there on the appeal, is there may be no more constantly evolving player than Trevor Bauer. So it's not that you throw him out, Gooby, but you kind of do.
Yeah, I mean, his pitchability, that's a term you use for a lot of pitchers. His pitchability with his stuff make him very difficult to track during the course of a game. But going back to it, he is a guy that can and will give up a home run. And he's basically okay with that. That's a mistake he's given up. For the most part, he's not giving you extra base runners.
Fastball off the plate. Home run rate for Bauer this year, 4.7. League average, 2.9. That's the long ball. Matter of fact, he poked fun at himself on social media, said, you know, the way things are going for me this year, they ought to hire me for the home run derby at the All-Star game. I could help the guys out.
I'm pretty sure he really doesn't mean that, though, but that's him.
Fastball over the outside corner. That's strike 3. You find yourself, I think, if you're Upton, maybe looking for something with a wrinkle in it. He didn't get it.
Yeah, he painted his fastball. It wasn't supposed to be on the outside corner, but it is in the zone. It was supposed to be inside. Smith setting in, fastball away. It was a strike.
Happy Mother's Day to Maria Rojas, Jose's mom, who was able to celebrate with the home run last night. That one sails to the backstop. This is what made Mom proud. Talk about an early Mother's Day gift.
How about this at lefty at 94? Upstairs. Rojas way out. First career. What a play by the fan. Assuming he got that baseball back. You saw him taking a picture with it, the fan. It's back-to-back elevated cutters here for Bauer against Rojas, who hits high pitches in the strike zone. Lefties most time lower third. He's upper third.
Swung right through it. 2-1 the count.
.93-mile-an-hour fastball. A little running action for Bauer.
Little comebacker. 2-2 the count.
That's why you see the home run totals. He's not afraid to run a fastball. He's given up 5 home runs versus fastball. This is a 152 though batting average versus his fastball this year.
Cut the fastball as it's fouled right next to us, back behind to Rojas. Such a student of the game. As a matter of fact, just had a couple of years into professional baseball, and he was speaking at coaches' conferences in 2012 on his evolution, how he used biomechanics and science to evolve. Breaking ball up.
Yeah, his routine before the game. Pretty impressive, the amount of throwing he does. The warm-up routine before he takes the mound in the bullpen.
Fouled that one off at home plate, did Rojas. Bauer's certainly not the first, but one of the bigger names to take part in the driveline development program with technology. As a matter of fact, he met Kyle Bodie when he was speaking. Actually, Bauer was there speaking at a conference for coaches and wanted to get to know Bodie and find out, hey, how do you capture video? I'd like to know more about your camera and your memory. And they knew one another, and then another evolution occurred for Bauer. And the two grew together.
Pretty interesting. Will Smith has that little springs in his catching mask, just like Kurt Suzuki, because that was fouled straight back. Fouled off the bat. Jose Rojas, see the little springs there, absorbs some of that shock. Baseball fouled straight back on the mask.
My guess is you won't find a traditional mask without that anymore, huh?
I would think you automatically have to have it. I would like to see home plate umpires as well with it.
That's a good call by you. Very good call, as that one's rocketed foul. 3-2 the count. Rojas making him work a bit. 10-pitch at bat now.
When you have that type of velocity we're seeing for pitchers on the mound and the strong hitters, a foul straight back off the mask of a catcher or an home plate umpire. It's major contact and compact.
There's that changeup. We said he doesn't throw it much, if at all. There is one with effect.
Great timing to throw that one. Rojas was on a number of different pitches. He throws a little circle changeup. See how far out in front Rojas is. Sold it well, same arm angle. Well, he gets a long stride to the plate.
One of his early inspirations was Tim Lincecum. As that cut fastball's a high strike. 0-1 the count to Taylor Ward. Ward has a home run in this series. Comes right back in the high 90s and dots the outside corner.
Yeah, he changes speeds with his fastball. He's 93 to 98. He'll cut his fastball.
Rolled out to short. Seager on a backhand on across the diamond in time for the out. On a very special day, we'll hear from our honorary Batgirl in just a moment.
ballpark is better when we're all here together. COVID-19 vaccines are safe and effective. Join the team and help us all get back to doing what we love together.
Mr. Schmaltz, at MLB Network, you've done color commentary, game analysis, and demos. How do you juggle so many roles?
It just comes naturally, I guess.
The analyst of MLB Tonight, answering baseball's toughest questions.
With you here in the left field pavilion. So honored to be with the Angels honorary bat girl, and that is Susan Freed. You are a teacher at Cypress High School, but before we get into the more stories in connection with the Angels, how do you feel about today and to be honored here today by Major League Baseball and the Angels?
I am thrilled to be honored. I feel like a VIP. The Anaheim Angels are an amazing organization that are just spoiling me today. So this is honestly one of the best days I've ever had in my whole life.
Cypress High School. David Fletcher, Mandy Ortiz, Angels Entertainment Coordinator. Tell me about the connection and what it means to you to even talk to Fletcher before the game.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me just tell you, first of all, both students were amazing in class. I knew they were special when they were in my classroom, and I've been able to keep in touch with them after they graduated from high school. But David is unreal. He's such a great kid, such a great work ethic. He always knows when I'm at the games and says hi's to me. He talks to my kids. He's just so down to earth. He's a fantastic kid. And Mandy is all those things too. She is so creative and inventful and amazing, and I'm so thankful for her to honor me for this award or nominate me for this award. But both are true treasures to go through Cypress High School, and have them both. I'm just so touched.
What was your reaction when you heard that you were the one that got selected for this special day, especially playing against the Dodgers?
Oh my, it's unreal. So I couldn't believe just Mandy telling me that she nominated me. I felt like I won. But to have it be against the Dodgers, which is my dad's favorite team, and the Angels are my favorite team, we've been talking all week, going back and forth about how awesome this game was going to be and how cool the Angels were going to be and how they were going to win the series. You have a message today in terms of prevention and the efforts being made by teams in Major League Baseball? I'm sorry, can you repeat that? Your message today for those going through what you're going through, obviously? Self-exam is so important. That's the only way I found my breast cancer, is by a self-exam. If I had waited 3 more months for my mammogram, I would have been bumped up to stage 4, and I don't know if I would have been here today. So that self-exam is so important. We are so happy to have you here today. An outstanding job with Alex Curry also on your Zoom and everything that you did for those students. Thank you. Many blessings to you. Oh, thank you so much. This means a lot to meet you. It's been a pleasure as well. Thank you so much. Darren, Gooby, this will never get old. This is so fantastic to just honor somebody like that. Connection with the Angels, obviously, but a true fighter here in life. Yeah, outstanding stuff, Jose. What a classy woman. You know, quarter century she is given to young people, right? Yeah. And then wins that battle. You're right. Hero's the perfect word. The perfect word. Kudos to Major League Baseball, the athletes, obviously, the awareness, the pink bats, the base pads, breast cancer awareness, all the royalties of all the sales going obviously to the right place, Stand Up to Cancer and breast cancer awareness as well. And we wish you could do it every game and understand that I never got to meet my sister-in-law ever. Michelle, she lost her life due to breast cancer, so let's keep doing all we can do. Yep. Good start, by the way, against Corey Seager.
Now Turner takes a fastball. It's the inside corner.
That was a really good sweeping breaking ball he threw to him.
Something to flip that confidence switch. That's what you talked about an inning ago. Because when your left arm can touch the mid-90s, you have a gift. And obviously he is throughout his career. I mean, this is 252 starts. They don't just hand those opportunities away. He is not the pitcher that he has been this year.
And you still feel that's in him to be successful.
Didn't get the top part of the strike zone. Hey, don't forget, you can enjoy Angels baseball from the comfort of a suite. Entertain guests. Put together a birthday party. What a great first date with all the friends. All-inclusive packages. 888-796-HALO or visit angels.com/suites. Up your chances at that second date if that's how it starts. Here's Will Smith.
He was aggressive, swinging at the first pitch, his first at bat.
I kind of feel like he did Quintana a favor. Even though the inning wasn't pretty the entire time, he had a couple of walks, a couple of runners on, and he did. Will chased the first pitch.
You know, Drew Butera going out to the mound. He doesn't really know the staff a whole lot yet, but still, it's a good time to go out and have a quick conversation to get back on track.
As he makes his way back, we'll pause for a moment. Here's a quick word from Jack in the Box.
Get my $5.99 50-50 popcorn chicken with both classic and spicy. Only a Jack in the Box.
With ranch. Come on, Jack. You didn't say with. You have to have. You saw the ranch. You got to say it. Got to have the ranch. 1-0 the count to Will Smith. I mean, we know this, right? Butera, 37 years old, a longtime veteran catcher, 3,500 innings caught in the big leagues. I mean, even though, as you said, first time working with him in an Angels uniform together, he knows what he's looking for, and he's faced him as a hitter.
Yep.
Nice little roll for Smith, as you could see. 8 of his last 9. 3-0 the count. Well, the command can just become elusive. It's hard to understand.
It's now 18 walks in 19 innings pitched this year for Quintana. Then you look at the bright side, 31 strikeouts in that amount of innings pitched.
3-1 the count. And an incredible year in 2016 as a Cub. 3.2 ERA, 126 ERA plus. Very low hard hit rate, just was really as good as he has been. That one is fought off.
They tied him up. Butera pointing out to him that's a good spot. Boy, catchers are just a different breed. They know how to lead a team. Even if you just came over just a couple days ago without even all your equipment, even your own personal luggage. Yeah, you're taking control of a game.
Big shift defensively. 3 defenders for the Halos between second and third.
A long look in.
Start the runner here?
I wouldn't.
The runner, by the way, is Justin Turner. And they don't. And it's fouled back.
It's because with a left-handed pitcher with a good pickoff move, a good reputation of it, 28 career pickoffs, you're not going to get a good jump. So if you get a swing and miss by Will Smith, there's a good chance the inning's over. You don't give Max Muncy a chance to swing the bat. Turner with no stolen bases this year. Unless he just doesn't pay attention to him, he's going to stay there.
Quintana from Colombia. Fun story too about how he, pushed himself, forced himself to learn to speak the English language by watching a lot of Jimmy Fallon. And he enjoyed his humor. He watched whether it be his shows or his appearances in movies, and Fallon caught wind of that. I'm sure many of you have heard this story, as that one is again extending the at bat, and they did some bits together on Jimmy's show.
Why not? He's talented, hilarious,
and so worked together and kind of a credit to Fallon for finding out about the story and at least having good writers, good researchers, and then obviously kudos to Jose for being a part of it. It was earlier in his career he and Jimmy bits together.
That's a good pitch. He's out in front. Just fouled it off. So there's a couple real long at bats this afternoon versus Quintana. Will Smith, Mookie Betts.
Down he goes over the top. Looked like a changeup. Pulled the string on it.
Nice job of getting way back into the count and then getting a strikeout. Good changeup. Out in front, he established a fastball at the lower third of the strike zone in that sequence. And he gets Will Smith to chase a pitch out of the strike zone.
Here's Max Muncy. Jackknifes out of there. The danger when you're having a big walk here with Max is that, okay, I'm just not going to walk him. Well, look, he'll get right with his power too. He's got 5 home runs, so it becomes an advantage if you can have that patience. And then if you feel like, okay, I'm not going to do this plus 200 points thing above his batting average, then he'll knock one over the boards. I mean, Gooby, the numbers are somewhat laughable as he walked in the first. He's hitting .223. Again, traditional baseball fan, if you stop there, you're missing the fact that his on base is .424.
He's in a real good hitters count here now.
They're going to try and work the inner part of the plate to Muncy. But it's off the plate. 3-0 the count.
And work your way back to the potential dangerous Chris Taylor, who hit the ball hard in the first inning with the bases loaded. Five for 12 against Quintana for Taylor.
Here's another walk. A pair for Muncy as he continues to lead the major leagues with 35 walks this year. Last time out against Tampa, things went south in the 3rd and the 4th innings.
Yeah, batter's hitting .355 second time through this year against Quintana.
Four walks thus far as he works here in the 3rd inning. His career high is 6. You don't want to chase that number back in 2016 at Boston. Did that in 5 1/3.
Taylor doesn't get cheated swinging the bat.
Nope.
Completely different hitter. I remember when he was with Seattle. Hits a lot of baseballs in the air.
That one way in and off the plate to Taylor. Gooby was talking about the change in play for this gentleman. This is a guy that his Seattle years and then early on as a Dodger was a completely different player. .234, .289, .309 slug. His slugging percentage since 2017 is 150 points higher than that number. I mean, when it turned quickly for him. And Muncy. And Turner. And I think with a pace like this, the challenge sometimes, especially for a team that's already struggling defensively, is you hinder your team even more with a pace like this.
I was just thinking right along the same line. Now you're almost on your heels. You're waiting. It's a slower pace. It's tough to be able to react quickly on a hard hit baseball your way.
Two walks in the inning, 2 strikeouts in the inning. Taylor into center field. Trout will have to play it on a hop. They'll send the runner toward the plate. The throw is cut off. Sliding in safely as Turner. The walk scores.
Another visit here now for Matt Weiss to the mound with Jose Quintana. Went with the pitch, didn't try to pull it, lines it in the center. Turner scores rather easily.
Any major league team, not the Dodgers or the Angels, 2 teams that are strong offensively, but any major league team, you're just putting a stake in front of a lion and taunting him. If you continue to walk, put the defense on their heels, sooner or later these hitters will get hits that count.
And for a team that had been struggling with runners in scoring position, that turned last night.
$11 of 23 last night, to your point, with runners in scoring position. Moisey fires that one right back to the screen. He struck out back in the 2nd inning. 7 major league hits without a walk in his time in the big league. 7 of 29. 2 of those hits home runs.
That's 2 pretty good hacks against him. Fouled it straight back. That is never a comfortable feeling as a pitcher when the hitter's fouling it straight back like that.
Jose, the son of Maribel Quintana. And happy Mother's Day to Mom Maribel.
Just 1 hit allowed here in the 3rd inning for Quintana, though, but tons of traffic. 5 walks.
We talked about the struggles throwing first pitch strikes in this game. Prior to this season, Quintana was a man who was well above league average. Like we said, if league average is 6 out of 10, he was closer to 7 out of 10 times he was a first pitch strike guy. Beat him, popped up right side, hangs up a long time for Ward, shades on, fights the sun, puts it away. Playing with that traffic, finally burned the Halos 1-0.
Behold the Tree Dasher by Allbirds, the planet's first proper running shoe, made from natural materials like, well, trees. Mile after mile after mile, the Tree Dasher keeps your feet going while reducing your carbon footprint. Break a sweat, not the planet. Allbirds.
Nerds. Have new money goals this year? NerdWallet can help make them happen. Like getting auto insurance to match your new 0-mile commute? We have tools for that. Want to refinance your mortgage and put those savings into the college fund? We have tips for that too. Or get a low-interest credit card for your long-awaited honeymoon? We can help you find the one. Credit card, that is. Discover and compare the smartest credit cards, mortgage lenders, and more on NerdWallet. For all your money questions, turn to the nerds.
Sports is presented by Lexus. Love that. Mom's got her cold beverage. Oh, look at the Uptown Funk gang.
They're ready. They're ready to celebrate at some point.
I mean, so good. So good. With the glove on as well. Here's Phil Gosselin against this man, Trevor Bauer. Bunts that one foul up the third base line. Hopefully that was a pre-approved bunt. 0-1 to count. Phil, 3 hits back in the big leagues this year, 3 of 14.
Here's my today's Hyundai key for the game today. Little Frank Sinatra, fly me to the moon. Let's get some big flies, some home runs against Trevor Bauer today. 8 he's allowed on the season.
Gosselin off the end of the bat. And a base hit.
Got to go way back. A little old school Frank Sinatra.
I like that a lot. And look what right away it sparked some passion for the team down below. Cutter, huh?
Cutter slider.
Yeah, maybe a slider. You're right.
Nice job staying back. Keeping the hands back. Lines in center field. Base hit. Some action.
This is the 203rd career start of Trevor Bauer's career. 3.85 ERA. And he now works against Drew Butera. Who's seen him? For sure seen him with his time in the Central in the American League.
4 for 11 against Bauer.
Yeah, a couple of walks. Gooby, a 462 on base. Some pretty darn good numbers. That was a really strong hold there for the runner and then for the hitter. And the sun finally has just stepped out on stage here. All of a sudden, it's a totally different feel as far as seeing the baseball.
For both the hitter and the fielders.
And of course, if you're Bauer, and he's constantly thinking, you love it. Anything for a moment that has the hitter uncomfortable. One and two, the count on Butera. Coming back our way.
Rusty almost made the play.
Oh, Rusty gave it a try there. I mean, he actually gave it a go. You all right, Rusty? Okay. I mean, he made a barehanded effort.
Yes, he did.
Got it dove out of the way.
I was almost going to reference a New York Met thing there for Rusty. He's a big Met fan.
Okay.
But I figured I'll let that go. He made the play. Kept it in front of him.
2-2 the count.
He was going Kevin Mitchell, former Met, trying to make a bare hand play.
Swings right through that one. 94 miles an hour, just a four-seam fastball. Butera down on strikes.
Four-seamer running in. A lot of strikeouts with his fastball.
David Fletcher. Mom is Fernanda. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Wide to right field. Back in the first inning against Trevor Bauer. Runner takes off, had a huge jump. It was a hit and run. Throw down in time.
I wonder if they're going to look at that. Brian Butterfield's going into the dugout. He might have a pretty good view himself as a third base coach. Here at the mercy of the batter trying to make contact.
And it looked like he popped that knee. Lux did just in time before the foot hit the bag, huh?
Smith has just thrown out 17% of base stealers this year. Been able to have a quick tag. First base runner that has been thrown out with Bauer on the mound. Tough pitch to make contact with, too, if you're Fletcher.
Charging, tough play. Tried to flip it with the glove, nothing he could do, base hit. So third hit of the contest for the Angels. Ohtani's a swinging bunt, that one a swinging bunt. And then Gosselin fought one off down off the end of the bat, but they've got another base run.
That's all you can do if you're Lux. You're not going to be able to get anything on your throw if you try to catch with the glove and quick on the transfer. Once it gets by Bauer, it's a hit.
Great graphic there with him in that home run running. Grich, Reggie, and Troy Gloss in 2000. I was fortunate enough to call those on the radio side. The year for the then rookie, as that one is up and away, 1-0 the count.
Go back to the speed, the sprint speed going down the line for Shohei Ohtani. Check swing going down there, 30.3 feet per second. Home to first in 4.06. MLB average 27.2 feet per second. Elite speed for Ohtani.
Slider for a strike, 1-1 the count on Ohtani.
He's had a little more movement in his feet against Bauer today. See if he can keep the feet still and get a pitch to drive.
He's loved hitting here at home, and these fans have loved it too. OPS of 1,000 this year in this ballpark.
Bauer's pitched him inside with fastballs and breaking balls inside.
Two and one the count. Mike Trout waits on deck. These are the first matchups between these two, pitcher and hitter. Slider bores in, 3-1. Jose pointed out earlier, Jose Mota, the mind of Ohtani and the constant awareness. Both are like that. Both men involved in this battle are like that mentally. Wow, what an at-bat. His mom, Keiyoko, happy Mother's Day.
What a great picture that is. An impressive at bat by Shohei Ohtani.
Gosh, you want to feel old, folks? You can see the time and date stamp at the bottom, 1999. Spry young man. If you all want to feel old, that's at 1999. Look at him now. Look at all of us now. Here's Mike Trout.
Trout, he may be hacking here. See if he can do some damage first pitch if he gets anything near the zone.
He missed his spot. And that's the happy zone for Mike Trout. He wanted it up and in, and he missed it.
And he had a good swing at it. Fouled it straight back at 95. Deep breath by Trout.
You don't get many mistakes from the man on the mound. Coming in a 2.44 ERA. Overthrew it. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Mike grounded out to short back in the first inning.
We wanted to make sure he didn't miss that time. That way, way up and in.
With no one on base, Mike Trout's on base percentage is .492. With runners on base, it's almost .600. Part of that is being pitched around at times. 2-1 the count.
Well, this is a pitcher that's going right after the best hitter in the game. Trout trying to tell himself to stay back, think middle of the field. Another good take. And knowing the way Bauer pitches, he's not giving in to Trout. He's going to make him swing at a pitch he wants to throw in a spot. He's not going to challenge right down the middle. Trout with his patience, see if it pays off.
Outside ball 4, a breaking ball. So Jared Walsh now with the bases loaded. Jose obviously had a couple of late game at bats last night, delivered on both.
Love how his swing is pretty much just going the other way with our frontier play sense. Look at this. Look at the head direction. And again, they put a shift on him. This guy really has shown the ability to manage the bat and handle it so well. Vision starts in that tunnel, and then your tunnel switches to what? Contact point. That's why he's been driving in so many big runs, Gooby, because he's using the entire field. And you know very well how you would pitch somebody when it comes down to an on base or in scoring position with some power.
Yeah, he's a tough at bat here, but Trevor Bauer was not giving in 3-1 to Trout. He threw him a breaking ball 3-1. He wasn't going to give him. He feels he's got a younger hitter that hasn't seen him before. He's going to take his chances. This is a big at bat in the game for the Angels and Jared Walsh.
Trevor Bauer working, 2 outs, bases loaded. He'll work from the stretch. Cut fastball, strike 1.
Here's a quick point, guys. David Fletcher has all rooms in the world for a lead because the third baseman noise is way off. And we know that the Bauer once in a while will spin that breakable on the ground.
Fletcher at third. Swing and a miss at a slow curveball. He's gone cutter, curveball. It's 0-2. That's exactly what Jose is talking about, and that's why Will Smith is so important. There's an electric arm on the mound, right? But he has to believe that he can do that.
He almost got him to chase that. I wouldn't be surprised. He's got 2 options here for if you're Walsh at the plate. You look for no way that Fletcher's going to be able to score on that one. They break a ball again in the dirt, or he might try to ride a fastball upstairs.
Every inning as a Dodger, he is thrown to Will Smith.
Oh, that's a great look at Fletcher, wasn't it? The heat of the moment. The 1-2 inside.
Wow, that's a tough pitch. Good take. Actually, you have no choice but to take that one. About half a baseball off the plate. Quite a few pitches in this inning. 2 hits, 2 walks. Gotta score.
Breaking ball down the line, down and into the corner. It bounds over the wall for a ground rule double. Walsh was ready.
That's a great at bat. He read some pitches. Was able to lay off that one curveball in the dirt. Laid off the fastball and he came right back with a curveball, but a little bit more of the plate than he wanted to, and Walsh dropped the head of the bat. Lines it in the corner. Would have ended up being probably a 3-run double, but it hops over the short wall and right. But what a swing by Walsh. Nice job staying back, staying compact, hooking it in the corner. 27 RBIs for Walshy.
2 runs quickly with one quick swing of the bat, and it's a 2-1 Angels lead. They get to Trevor Bauer. As that one is inside, you wondered, he had missed just up and in with that fastball. You wondered if he might not go back to the 4-seamer again.
But he saw a couple swings at breaking balls in the dirt. He was willing to go back there, but this time he threw it close enough to the strike zone that Walsh could make good contact.
Upton chops that one foul. Walsh 12 of 29 this year with runners in scoring position. That's a .414 clip.
Ton of room right side, especially if he stays away on an off-speed pitch, and there's no one better really in the game as far as making good contact on breaking pitches. Justin Upton.
That breaking ball misses outside.
Boy, a ton of pitches this inning for Bauer. Still manageable pitch count. Although there's a lot of pitches thrown for him, and it's only the 3rd inning. Both pitchers, a ton of pitches. So 30 pitches already this inning for Bauer.
Justin commits. 2-2 the count. Went around on that elevated fastball. 2-1 the score. Just 1 hit for the Dodgers. But they have had opportunities aplenty based upon walks.
This year, about 35% of the time on this count, he'll throw a slider to a right-handed batter. See if he does that against Justin Upton, or does he try to ride that fastball again?
He went with the fastball right down the middle. But Jared Walsh sat on a breaking ball. It wasn't another 4-seamer in. It was a bender, and he was ready.
52% of men between 40 and 70 experience erectile dysfunction, but many don't get treated. Now there's Roman, the digital health clinic for men. With Roman, you can get genuine ED medication prescribed by a healthcare professional from the comfort of home. If prescribed, you'll receive your medication with free 2-day shipping in discreet packaging. Start your free online visit today at GetRoman.com/TV.
It's not just because Boll & Branch organic cotton sheets are incredibly soft. They are. And it's not just that they're free from toxins and made by people who are paid and treated fairly. That's true too. It's because home is where the magic happens. And with better sheets made in safer ways, home makes the world a better place. Boll & Branch. Right now, try for 30 nights risk-free and get free shipping at bollandbranch.com.
moms, and Lisa Walsh, happy Mother's Day to you as well. Your baby boy's been coming through a lot this year. It's been fun to watch his evolution. Must be proud.
Remember, he said his mom threw a lot of batting practice to him growing up. Well, that was some batting practice there. Double down the line, driving in 2 for Walsh.
That's outstanding. DJ Peters goes to work. Right back above our heads. Gooby's under the table, as am I, hiding from it.
I told you there was some foul balls coming our way. We had one next door, Rusty, knocking it down.
So I don't know if I'm allowed to just tell everyone what goes on all the time up here. I'm sure a lot of it's off limits, but I'm a little concerned because Gooby, for some reason, shared with us as the 0-1 misses outside that he just had a gut feeling that one of us may take a foul ball today. I mean, we're hundreds of feet away. What's going on over there?
He's going with the first guessing. First guessing.
I know, and I know you've been encouraged to do that, and you're very good at that. But can you pass on this one, please?
Because a pitcher on the mound and Trevor Bauer throws a lot of four-seam fastballs upstairs, so he'll foul it straight back. Same thing with Jose Quintana, throws a lot of his fastballs upper third, so there's a chance to get a foul ball back this way.
Okay.
Sinker ballers? No.
That fastball is up and into DJ Peters.
Quintana needs a quick, clean inning here to stay in this ballgame.
I'm telling you, folks, I mean, that's not even Bauer pitching. That's Quintana fouled right into the screen. Again, I was under the desk. I'm concerned about the knowledge of my broadcast partner and our safety. DJ Peters, 3-2 the count. Fastball blazed over the plate. Strike 3.
Locked him up. Well, he had that feeling as Butera was on the inside part of the plate. Sometimes the hitter, you have that feeling where the catcher's set up. This goes to the outer half and freezes him. Once in a while, hitters can sense where the catcher's at, anticipate either a curveball or a fastball inside, and something away will freeze you.
Quite sure how that didn't hit Gavin Lux. It misses up and in. We talked about Quintana's year in 2016. He was an all-star that year. Matter of fact, he earned Cy Young votes that season, finishing 10th in the running. The award won by Rick Porcello. Hey, I just thought I'd update you too. That very same year, 2016, Quintana earning votes for the Cy Young. You know who the MVP was, right, folks? I mean, there was a season played, there was an opening day, and then there was Mike Trout. Same year that man got Cy Young votes. Broke his bat. Somehow he kept that one fair. Nearly got hit by a pitch. Not quite sure how he missed it. Not quite sure how that was fair. Here's a quick word from our good friends with the Home Depot.
Know before you go and avoid any curveballs. Use the Home Depot project calculators to know exactly how much you need.
That's a tough pitch to handle.
Really tough one. You know what? He has that movement. It's just get back to trust. Get back to trust and confidence.
Strike 1. That's the other part of the deal, right? I mean, he has had it become elusive for him, and when you get back to the top of this order, the danger part, strike 1.
Yeah, backdoor curveball. Follow with another backdoor pitch. Changeup.
Funny how momentum works, isn't it, folks? That was a ball, but because he's throwing strikes now, he got a little bit of an edge. No chase on the high fastball that time.
And I don't think he was committed to throwing that fastball inside. Drew Butera set up in. He missed by quite a bit away. I think he wants to go something soft away. Although Butera wants him, he's going to force him inside. And he went back out way away again.
Saw the big separation of that lead arm with the glove and the upper arm not catching up.
So if you're Betts, you got to be looking away.
Back in again.
Oh, he tied him up. That time he got it in. Quintana was almost set up behind him. That's a catcher saying, okay, believe in me, trust me, trust me. I'm going to set up even further in. He was set up almost behind him. And the follow through on the handle of the bat.
Now sets up outside the 2-2 breaking ball. 3-2 the count. Should he have a clean inning, it would be his first.
He's throwing a lot of pitches to Mookie Betts today. A lot.
Slagers is ready in the bullpen, by the way, for the Angels. Just what the doctor ordered, and a pump of the fist. His first clean inning. Will he be out for the fifth? His team leads it 2-1.
Mike Trout. People know he's one of the greatest players this game's ever seen.
Meet Mike Trout.
Can run.
He's watching MLB Network.
He's one of the nicest people you're ever going to meet.
Because that's what baseball fans do.
And he's also got tremendous show hair with his hat off.
Carlos, where did your signature term placata come from?
Placata is just an expression my brothers and I used when we were kids. It means good, solid contact, usually resulting in a home run.
The analyst of MLB Tonight, answering baseball's toughest questions.
You want that home run feeling? Then step in the box and let it rip. Get ready for the Major League Baseball Junior Home Run Derby, powered by at MLB Develops. Compete locally and swing your way to the 2021 Junior Home Run Derby Finals. Sign up for free at jrhrd.com.
Register your little angel for the Junior Angel Kids Club. Presented by Jersey Mike's. Members receive a clear backpack, a t-shirt, a mask, and a whole lot more, and all kinds of fun for $18. Visit angels.com/Junior Angels.
What a great photo right there. Nice. By the way, I saw some people eating some pizza. That looked pretty good too, by the way.
That's a good call by you. Pizza mention at 2:44 Pacific time. Happy Mother's Day to Maria Rojas. We enjoyed getting to know her through Jose Mota early in the season. What a memorable interview Jose had.
Then being on hand for his first career Major League home run for the Anaheim native last night. Mother's Day, just a day early. Carried into today. Having a big swing here from Jose Rojas for Mom.
Well, those are gaudy numbers in his last 8 starts, aren't they, folks? 6 doubles as well in his last 11 hits.
Let's get some tough lefties, too.
Two and one the count. Two Southern California kids battling here. Rojas took his college game to Vanguard here locally. Bauer obviously to UCLA.
How about some of those pitchers over the years at Hart High School? We saw Glasnow the other day. Bauer, James Shields, Montgomery, Mike Montgomery. At the last out of the Cubs World Championship year. Bob Walk, old timer, pitched there. Does the Pirates color analyst job.
A cut fastball at 86 miles an hour. That's a big league mention by you, the Bob Walk mention.
I still remember his rookie year. I think it was 1980 when the Phillies won the World Series. He was a big part of that team that won.
He loved in Pittsburgh. 2-2 the count. He's putting a good, strong, irritating at bat on him right now.
The pitch count's starting to go up for Bauer. 72 pitches now. He's a guy that wants to pitch every 4 days, and he never wants to come out of a game.
Continuing to grind, and to the benefit of the Angels. Adding to that pitch count. Bauer has given up 3 runs or less in 6 of his 7 starts. There you go.
Todd Zeal there. Kevin Millar. Some pretty good talent at Hart High School up in Santa Clarita.
I think Trevor wanted that one.
I'm pretty sure he wasn't going to do his Michael Jackson moonwalking unless he thought he had a strikeout. Thought he had a backdoor slider.
Instead, it's a fastball. It's driven into center field. Run down out there by Mookie Betts.
And even though that's an out by Rojas, really, really impressive at bat. That ball was rocketed by him.
And as that ball was caught by Betts, Bauer turned around very briefly to Trip Gibson and just simply said, "Was that out?" Gibson said yes. He said, "Okay."
It was off the plate.
And that was the end of the conversation. Breaking ball over the outside corner to Taylor Ward, averaging this year, Trevor, 16 pitches per inning of work.
More than likely, by the end of this inning, will be a little over 20 plus per inning.
Breaking ball misses outside, 1-1 the count. He tells the story about building a wooden box and putting a smaller Casio camera inside of it when you had to load with film, and setting that wooden box behind him in the same spot every time, so he had video to work with every bullpen when he was at UCLA. John Savage recently pointed out, we painted over that wall and we finally painted over the taped out area where Trevor would hang his box to film himself.
Well, if you watch Bauer, there's a little bit of Griffin Canning in there too, the way they deliver the baseball, the stride. So Griffin Canning is a version of Trevor Bauer. We'd like to get to that point, but it throws very similar to him.
Pitch is high. He wanted that one.
That might have got the strike zone. That was pretty close. So another full count. Next pitch, number 81 of the afternoon for Bauer.
Down the corner, that one goes. Pretty well struck, and a circuitous route to say the least. But it's hauled in.
Former really good fielding shortstop, has played a number of different positions for the Dodgers. And Taylor in left, went in, then went back, and then a roundabout, and makes the play. Because I got it. Don't even tell me anything in that bullpen. I know I have room.
You have 4 different positions, and active at 4 different positions when you're talking about Taylor. Here's Gosselin. Fastball runs up and in.
Yeah, 60-plus starts at 4 different positions for Chris Taylor.
One and one the count. And for Bauer, the research has always kind of been about video. Well, now the game has caught up to what he was doing. It's very common to have very, very high frame rate video, Edgertronic cameras as part of your preparation for every team. And that one hits the outside corner, 1-2. But he was ahead of the time.
Austin had a real nice approach against him the first at bat, right back up the middle in the center field for a hit. Seems to be tracking the ball pretty well against him, though. That's good to see.
Two and two the count. High fly right, Sun no fun. He's fighting it as much as he can. And hangs with it. DJ Peters puts that one away. 2-1, the Halos lead it.
It's time for MLB Pitch, Hit, and Run, presented by MLB Network, the official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Sign up today for your chance to play your way to the 2021 Pitch, Hit, and Run National Finals. Sign up for free at pitchhitrun.com.
How the Angels got here with all the moves they made. They have
Meet Justin Upton. He's watching MLB Network.
Again, the lineup got deeper.
Because that's what baseball fans do.
They're deep. They're deep.
The Freeway Series on Bally Sports is presented by Lexus. There's Anthony Rendon playing cards given away today. Love it. A little game beyond. That's the game beyond the game right there.
Yes.
All right, Corey Seager now, and it's good, it's fun, it's exciting for Quintana, a step in the right direction. See him back out there, even though he's hovering around 100 pitches.
Potentially a one-batter scenario here in the 5th.
And that one batter hits a fair ball that hugs the line. Rolls into the corner where Ward will play it. And it's a leadoff double for Corey Seager.
You know he's up there hacking early. Not easy to get anything down the line past Walsh. Looked like it just got the chalk.
Quintana had that clean inning in the 4th inning and certainly had some positives today. He allows just 1 run. He steps aside. 2-1, the Angels lead the Dodgers.
You want that home run feeling? Then step in the box and let it rip. Get ready for the Major League Baseball Junior Home Run Derby, powered by MLB Develops. Compete locally and swing your way to the 2021 Junior Home Run Derby Finals. Sign up for free at jrhrd.com.
Every time he steps up to the plate, goes into his windup, or runs one down.
He caught it! Oh, you won't see a better one than that!
He competes not only against the other team, but against the toughest adversary, himself. MLB Tonight, where the best outdo their best on MLB Network.
Certainly a happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. First off to beautiful wife Carol, and one of the big parts about coming home for me selfishly and as a broadcaster, getting to see Mom again. And so had a chance to have an early Mother's Day with Mom yesterday. So to my wife Carol, to my mom Patty, happy Mother's Day. Thank you. Thank you for everything, being the glue in our family. Jose Mota, the floor is yours.
Yeah, Margarita, Mom, feliz Dia de las Madres, mucho amor, and I cannot tell you enough, Darren, you know very well. Moms, Dad playing baseball, holding the fort, 8 of us, not an easy task. And to my wife, also happy Mother's Day.
Aaron Slegers ready to rock and roll. A 4.15 ERA on the year. Quite a bit of traffic on the base paths, a whip of 1.6. But again, this is a ground ball guy who can clean it up quickly. Nobody out, runner in scoring position. Dodgers down a run.
Well, the good old days back in Roxborough area in Philadelphia with my mom. Miss you dearly, Mom.
Well, that's wonderful, Gooby. My goodness. 1-1 the count.
So beautiful, Gooby. I know the mom had her hands full with the boys.
Yeah, before you already got a lot of those stories, Jose, you've heard over the years. The Gooby brothers.
Oh yeah.
On the ground, Fletch.
What a play. What a play.
On across the diamond.
How impressive is that, Jose, on the backhand like that to get that much on the throw for Fletch?
I'm thinking, Fletch, it's not that easy, really. I mean, he's so casual, but he's prepared. He knows exactly what his third baseman is. Look at this. No rush whatsoever. That's knowing who hit the ball and how hard the ball was hit, Darren.
It's fun, too, and even the way Walsh received it, stepped off the bag, there was a lot of confidence between those two in that play.
So nice to be able to talk to somebody that had to do with David Fletcher in high school and Susan Freed. That was just fun to do for him.
Well, certainly on a day like today, Jose, we can always talk to infield coaches and high school coaches, but to talk about Mom and strong female influences in his life, it seems more than appropriate.
Absolutely. Perfect day for this.
One defender on the right side. That's Walsh. He's quite a ways off that bag at first. The size of a small forward as he deals that one. And it breaks away.
Hey, very quickly, guys. Gooby, you were just asking me about that. As that pitch was taken, David Fletcher's step was towards the right. He's anticipating with that sinker.
And that's always a good, I always loved that for my infielders when I was pitching, because I was a sinker ball pitcher. I wanted them to move like that, anticipating if I have a good sinker, it's going to be hit in that hole.
By the nature of the position, I think we find ourselves casting our eyes at the shortstop more often than the second baseman. He's doing the same things over at second base, but you tend to notice it more at shortstop. And it's funny you can say he's a natural second baseman because the metrics tell us that, has played the position over the last few years as well as anyone in the game. He's just a natural infielder.
Yeah.
Well, that one just missed low from Slager's. 3-1 the count.
If you were talking about that quickly here, think about how the evolution of the second base position has gone the last 10 years, where it's not just your usual stand there and have that short throw anymore.
As that one is rolled foul.
Well, that's a shocker. Tino Ebel making a nice play.
Friend of the show, hollered up to all you guys who spent many years with him. You guys are all COVID safe, about 250 feet away. The 3-2. Popped up, late break because of that sunshine. A very late break.
That's a good play by Taylor Ward. He was under control even though he had to go a long, long way to get to that. Keep in mind, he was a first-round pick as a catcher. He's bounced around a number of different positions, including going back and catching in spring, going a long way, dealing with the sun, sliding in. Nice defensive play. 78 feet covering that catch by Taylor Ward. I'd be real careful here with Max Muncy at the plate. If I'm Slegers, I'm making him swing at a pitch not in the strike zone. And generally doesn't do. He generally doesn't swing anything out of the strike zone.
This is a guy that might be able to do it, tempting with that sinker as he paints the outside corner. Well, he straightened that one out a little bit and got 93 miles an hour. Major League leading 35 walks, 2 today. That's a specialty, correct, for Slagers? Heavy, heavy, heavy.
And Muncy, sensing this is an RBI situation, you would think maybe he would expand the strike zone. He still doesn't. You got to use that against him if you're Slagers, though.
He did expand it just a little bit. He hit it hard, but Rojas was there. Great job cleaning it up for Quintana. Angels lead it.
Mike Trout. People know he's one of the greatest players this game's ever seen.
Meet Mike Trout.
Can run.
He's watching MLB Network.
He's one of the nicest people you're ever going to meet.
Because that's what baseball fans do.
And he's also got tremendous show hair with his hat off.
You want that home run feeling? Then step in the box and let it rip. Get ready for the Major League Baseball Junior Home Run Derby, powered by MLB Develops. Compete locally and swing your way to the 2021 Junior Home Run Derby Finals. Sign up for free at jrhrd.com.
Good to be home, and these gentlemen about to head back out on the road. This is our T-Mobile coverage camp. It's off to Houston, and then it's off to Boston. Looking forward to having a bowl of clam chowder and breaking bread with Gooby out in Boston. It'll be a fun trip together.
It's been a while for the fellas to go back east. They Stayed out in the West with a 60-game schedule last year. First they went was Colorado. So some clam chowder.
It'll be a good time to bring your playing cards, by the way. We'll get a game of cards in. Drew Butera has to spin out of the way. 1-0 the count. Butera, Fletcher, Ohtani. Drew's finest year, sorry about that, Gooby, came the year after he won that ring. He actually earned a start in 55 games. And slugged .480.
His first at bat with the Halo is a double. Starting to be some movement down in the bullpen here for the Dodgers.
89 pitches for the right-hander. One thing that has changed for Bauer, that hard hit percentage has gone up this year. League average is 35.2. 41.2 against Bauer. That will lift it into right field. Not too hard hit, hangs up and put away by DJ Peters.
That's 4 straight fly ball outs for Bauer on the mound.
Fly ball rates way up this year, and now here's David Fletcher.
Jose, down from that angle, you see anything different for Bauer from the full windup position as compared to the stretch position? What chances you are as a hitter be able to see the baseball a little bit longer out of his hand?
Gooby, there's a lot of moving parts, but you know what? He does not have the cleanest mechanics, but I'll tell you one thing. The arm slot is always in the same position. Just like that. And you've taught pitching, and you know, Gooby, everybody's different, but he is so consistent in getting his arm where it needs to be every single pitch and delivery.
Fletcher with a breaking ball rolls that one foul. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Just 6 hits combined between these two teams.
It's a good take. Knuckle curve will go straight down, 12-6 break. Different spin, then his slider, then his cutter, then his 4-seam fastball. That had some running action. He said it fouled it. Foul tip.
Wow.
It's a good catch by Will Smith behind the plate. Fletch doesn't chase something like that too often. He likes that pitch up, but that was up and in.
That's just tough luck there.
And you see that foul tip and how Will Smith was able to catch that and keep it in the glove.
5 strikeouts for Bauer. Trailing it 2-1 here is Shohei Ohtani. 0-1 the count. He was trying to hit it off his face on the scoreboard that time, wasn't he?
Yep. That was a cutter. Bauer's going to probably try to ride a fastball even higher now. He sees a swing like that. Shohei's pretty good as far as bringing his hands up, making contact.
Hmm. 0-2 the count. We saw a wonderful picture of Kayoko earlier in the show. Wow, that's great. What a global game we cover, huh? That was my first thought. Put him away with the breaking ball. 2-1 the score. Bauer implores his teammates, but the Angels lead it 2-1.
Carbon waste is weighing down the world. All beds are different. They're made from wool and recycled materials. They're soft and breathable and light. Light on your feet and the planet. Reduce your carbon footprint.
Nerds!
Have new money goals? NerdWallet can help you find the credit card to make them happen. Want to earn enough points for a weekend of fancy camping? We have options for that. Maybe have a better credit card than your older sister. We have comparison tools for that. Or find a card that lets you donate your cash back to food banks. We have tips for that too. From low rates to the best rewards, easily discover and compare the smartest credit cards. For all your money questions, turn to the nerds.
Video highlights, live pitch by pitch, breaking news, player updates, stat leaderboards, and more for your Angels. Chris Taylor, Sheldon Noisy, DJ Peters. Against Aaron Slegers. Outfield playing a couple of steps the other way. The infield a step to pull with third baseman Goslin at the cut of the grass. Well, that's a heavy fastball, but it misses in. 1-0 the count. Jose Mota, Mark Gubizot, Darren Sutton, glad to have you with us. Patrick O'Neill, our starter and our closer today on our coverage. As Alex Claudio begins to warm in the bullpen for the Angels. What a weird and wild series this has been. You have runs and runs and runs scored in the first two games. Crazy amounts of runs. Now it's 2-1. Runs are scarce. As a matter of fact, the Dodgers 1 of 11 with runners in scoring position Friday. 1 of 7 today. 11 of 23 yesterday.
It's amazing, 23 at bats with runners in scoring position. That's even more the astonishing thing.
How about that 3-1 green light explosive? He just tried to crush the ball and came up empty. You've noted he is fearless in his attack, Chris Taylor. That one sinks and is rolled foul again. 3-2 the count.
Yeah, that's a heavy sink to it, Darren. So it looks middle of the plate, and when he's on top of the baseball and that good arm angle for Slegers, he's going to run in on a right-handed batter.
Inside, lost him. A leadoff walk to Taylor.
It's going to be a tough matchup now. Taylor runs pretty well. 4 stolen bases. First base.
Quintana went 4. Just 2 hits allowed. 6 strikeouts. 1 run. He did walk 5. Slegers so far 1 hitless inning with that first walk.
Taylor about 37% caught stealing percentage in his career behind the plate here for the Angels.
Well, that's a great number, isn't it?
Really, really good. So that's a tall pitcher out there, so the times of the plate is going to be a little longer than normal.
15th appearance for this right-hander. That one wraps around the inside part of the plate. And the count is 1-0. Seven double plays rolled up in his career. He's induced a double play quite often. There's a pitch out. You don't see that much.
Especially on a 1-0 count. Now the old saying is it's automatic. You're going to go the next pitch after a pitch out. That wasn't even close to a strike.
Sky high, just about onto the grass. Now on that grass, Fletcher eases back and puts that one away. Folks, here's a quick word from our good friends with Kia.
Experience Kia's tough and ready lineup of all-wheel drive SUVs.
Hope you've had a great Mother's Day out there, all you moms. All you sons, dads, stepsons. Hopefully you've done your best to make that so, and daughters too.
Another pitch out.
Wow.
I think I've seen, what, 3 pitch outs in this homestand, and you haven't seen more than one in about the last 2-3 years.
What do you make of that?
The Angels have had a tough time dealing with the running game against them, giving the best chance. But sometimes you give that away as a pitcher. You got to try to keep everything exactly the same in your mechanics. Otherwise, a base stealer will see you different, quicker to the plate on a pitch out.
There's that swing and miss sinker.
Threat's position, you're going to have a pitch out. You got to keep everything exactly the same as if you're throwing the ball home on a normal pitch. Otherwise, a base runner will see you being quicker, and it tips them off that something's up. Seems to be ready to go here.
Dodgers tomorrow off, then 2 with the Mariners, then another off day. Got a great week, restful week. That one misses in. It is not a restful week. It's a busy week, a challenging week for Houston. They will enjoy an off day on Thursday. It's 3 at Houston, then 3 at Boston. They'll enjoy an off day in Boston, Massachusetts. In. 3-1 the count.
Look at Taylor's going here, especially 3-1, knowing a fastball's coming. Doesn't go. Slager's done a nice job as far as holding the baseball. That is a big man delivering a baseball.
Aaron 6'10", pitched in the Big Ten at Indiana. We'll do it a little bit more. You know, he's put together what he has put together professionally and had quite an interesting journey to the major leagues. Heck, it could have ended in high school. He was hardly able to pitch. Battled an injury his senior year based on his growth and development. And it was in his arm. Forearm pain, pretty dramatic. Broke his right wrist his senior year, but they still wanted him. Tracy Smith did it at Indiana. If that one's outside, that's ball 4. He wanted it.
See where this is at. Easily could have been called a strike. Touching the lower part of the strike zone. Not called a strike by Tripp Gibson.
Left-hander Alex Claudio is on. 2-1. Angels lead it.
Each year, Americans waste $21 billion by overpaying on car insurance. That's why I went to thezebra.com. Because while every company claims to save you money on car insurance, The Zebra shows you who actually can.
Compare car insurance for free at thezebra.com today.
A lot can happen with a simple tell your story. Get people excited. To get connected, to share, and sell anywhere, and start making a different future. Start different at GoDaddy.com.
It's time for MLB Pitch, Hit, and Run, presented by MLB Network, the official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Sign up today for your chance to play your way to the 2021 Pitch, Hit, and Run National Finals. Sign up for free at pitchhitrun.com.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy Freeway Series. Alex Claudio, who worked in last night's game. He is the busiest of all relief pitchers for this team. 14 appearances now. Nice walks and hits per innings pitched that you can see. 1 1/4, an ERA of 3.75. Last 4 games he's been good. Look at the walk and strikeout totals. Oh, that's a great shot. There's Mom Edith Hernandez. Alex began his career as a Rangers 27th round pick out of Puerto Rico. Scout Frankie Thon found him, drafted him in 2010. Say goodbye to Mom then. Logs high, fly ball, sends Trout back to the wall where he's there to make the play.
That's a good throw by Trout all the way to second base. Why is that important? Because you still have that force out in play with Betts coming up to the plate. With the way he runs, you want to have that option of making a force out at second on a ground ball in the infield. Ball was hit well, very well by Lux. The Trout got back to it, and a wise decision right away to second base to keep a force out in order.
Size this matchup up for me right now. You have a lefty against a dangerous right-handed hitter.
You got to try to get him to expand the strike zone. Get him to get out in front, off the end of the bat on a changeup.
Something soft. That's a breaking ball for strike one. Right-handers, an on-base percentage of .280. against Alex this year. Left-handers 296, so both good numbers, both low. Why is it in your mind that he has had such effect against righties?
Because he could fade that changeup away. It looks middle of the plate, then it fades off the outside corner. He hides the ball well. You see it in the middle of the plate, and then all of a sudden you're making your swing, you're passing the baseball, and it's towards the end of the bat.
Really pulled back on the velocity there. 1 and 2. He's going slower and slowest.
He's going the Doug Jones version, a left-handed version of Doug Jones, who was a very good closer in his days with Cleveland. Changeup, off a changeup, off a changeup.
The 1-2. Instead, a quick pickoff throw. Does he dare throw him a straight one?
No. No. Your number one pitch, your changeup. You have to believe in it. You have to believe you can get him out. Even a hitter like Mookie Betts at the plate.
The 1-2. Rolls over something soft. Gobbled up on across the diamond. He did not straighten it out. He stayed soft. Gooby was on it. The Angels lead it 2-1.
This is Jean. Jean drives an invisible car because transparency is really important to her. So she went to the Zebra. We helped her compare the top insurance companies transparently. The Zebra, caring people with policies.
A lot can happen with a simple tell your story. Get people excited to get connected, to share, and sell anywhere, and start making a different future. Start different at GoDaddy.com.
Mike Trout. People know he's one of the greatest players this game's ever seen.
Meet Mike Trout.
Can run.
He's watching MLB Network.
He's one of the nicest people you're ever going to meet.
Because that's what baseball fans do.
And he's also got tremendous show hair with his hat off.
You want that home run feeling? Then step in the box and let it rip. Get ready for the Major League Baseball Junior Home Run Derby, powered by MLB Develops. Compete locally and swing your way to the 2021 Junior Home Run Derby Finals. Sign up for free at jrhrd.com.
Angels see the game's greatest player dig in against Trevor Bauer. And there, of course, Mom Debbie, little baby Mike. Look at that vest.
Such a great picture.
All right, here goes this matchup.
583. First pitch put in play by Trout. 7 for 12, 2 home runs.
Cut fastball is high. Elbow drifted under that one a bit. He casted it. 1-0 the count.
By the way, Trout was ready for a fastball. He thought he was going to maybe get a fastball upper third.
When you say something like you said, he was ready, was it just in the take, the body language?
You can see, because usually first pitch in the past with Trout, he was just up there just tracking. He wasn't tracking just to see where the baseball was rotating through the zone. He was ready to do damage.
Caught him in between there at 2-1.
What's that, 3 straight cutters he threw him?
Well, he lives up in the zone with that cutter. Like Mike Myers does a little bit, reliever for the Angels.
But if you get that over the plate at all, Trout can hit that out the center. We're back to it again.
He efforts it up there. I mean, he really, really does. I guess the only pitch he'll really throw down frequently is that curveball. Everything else is upper part of the strike zone. Boy, it's a 3-1 count to Trout. Three and two.
I just feel this is going to be a battle right here. Bauer, fastball, Trout crushing the fastball this year. 429, 27 hits versus a fastball this year.
Three-two, got him with a fastball.
Playing right after him with a 4-seam fastball. It's the spot of that pitch makes it more difficult to hit. Upper third, but it's on the inner half. Tough even for Trout, as quick as his bat is, to catch up and bring the barrel of the bat through the zone to make contact.
Jared Walsh picked on a breaking ball, drove in a pair. He is the story against Bauer. Fastball, strike one.
A stare down after challenging with a fastball. It's definitely part of Bauer's game. He's very animated. And he has no problem when a hitter centers a baseball off him, hits it a long way. Let's take a look at our Jeeps. Tools up the trade, the pitch by pitch for Walsh against Bauer. That big at bat with the bases loaded. Started off with a cutter, then came with a curveball. Another curveball, little take, good take on that one. Fastball just missed off the inside corner, 96. Came back with the curveball. This time he tracked it lower zone and hooked it in the corner for a 2-run double. The difference in the game.
Well, went back to that breaking ball that time.
And Bauer was pretty fortunate enough that ball didn't hit the wall down there in the corner, because with Trout at first base, he's coming around to score. It could have been a 3-1. Maybe a ground rule double.
He's ahead in the count, 1-2. That's a called strike three. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the 6th inning.
Paints it lower part of the strike zone, 96. Trip Gibson going Richie Garcia like call third strike. Richie Garcia was a really, really good umpire for a lot of years in Major League Baseball.
9 strikeouts for Bauer. That one fouled off, got a piece of the umpire, the catcher that time. That one's okay. 0-1 the count on Upton. 109 pitches for the right-hander.
Boy, with the power that Upton has, just make good contact with the barrel. It's a hard fastball here from Bauer.
Missed his spot, a strike nonetheless, 0-2. Wanted it in.
And we got a fastball by Upton, his last at bat.
The 0-2. 1-2 the count. He's gotten Justin a couple of times. 6 home runs on the year. Struck him out twice today. Justin's got 2 doubles and a homer in his career against Trevor Bauer.
More than likely the last batter of the game for Bauer. See if Upton can do something with it.
Two and 2 the count. Upton puts it on the ground. Bobbled, recovers. On across, in time for the out. 2-1, the Angels lead it.
The ballpark is better when we're all here together. COVID-19 vaccines are safe and effective. Join the team and help us all get back to doing what we love together.
Mike Trout. People know he's one of the greatest players this game's ever seen.
Meet Mike Trout.
Can run.
He's watching MLB Network.
He's one of the nicest people you're ever going to meet.
Because that's what baseball fans do.
And he's also got tremendous show hair with his hat off.
Angels Baseball on Valley Sports is brought to you by Hyundai. See your Southern California dealer today, because the longer you look at the new Hyundai, the more there is to like. By Jack in the Box. Go classic, go spicy, or both with the new $5.99 50/50 popcorn chicken with ranch. Only at Jack in the Box. And by Heffernan Insurance. Trevor Bauer with 113 pitches on his resume made it clear he stood right by Dave Roberts. He patted him on the backside, said, no, I'm asking my way into this game. This was an interesting scene. It was great.
Yeah, he wants to stay in there. He actually has gotten better as the game has progressed.
Watch Roberts. Nope, not going to happen. Okay.
But as a manager, you want to see that from your starting pitcher. You want your starting pitcher to say, I want to stay in the game and compete.
Good to have that man healthy and back on the mound. Juan Lagares is in left field. As that one is rolled foul. You notice Justin going up the line, not at the pace we're used to seeing, and obviously something might be tweaked there because Lagares is the new left fielder.
Especially with a lot of baseball left. Remember, fouled that one early in the homestand off his kneecap. Don't know if that's the case or it's his decision on the defensive side.
On the ground, finds green grass in the outfield. Seager with the hit. He had doubled in the 5th, struck out a couple of times prior to that. Corey with a leadoff single against Watson.
Boy, off the bat, he was out in front just enough. He thought you might have a shot, but just under the glove of Rojas at second.
Prior to that hit, left-handed hitters were just 2 of 12 against Tony this year. And like Alex, he can handle righties. He has absolutely the stuff. Now, it's different stuff, right, than Claudio's, but he handles righties.
Yeah, because he has a good changeup, too, and he's got a really solid breaking ball. And he pitches inside well.
Yeah, we just saw that, didn't we? Right-handers only 3 of 17 against him. Into the corner, that one goes. Everyone oohs and ahs because it had some distance, but it's foul. Tony and Mom Angie. Happy Mother's Day to Angie Watson. Oh boy, look at that head of blonde hair, huh?
This is his 38th game in his career for Watson versus the Dodgers.
One long ball allowed this year. It was a right-handed hitter, but as we said, Andy's with an on-base percentage of only .222 against Tony.
Turner doesn't hit many baseballs on the ground, but he definitely would be a double play candidate if Watson could get him hit it on the ground.
You know what's fun? In a series like this one, when you throw out the simple phrase, the natives are getting restless, it's everyone, because everyone's from around here, right? And
yes.
It's certainly a ballpark, not divided. It's Angels fans and then a smattering, certainly, of Dodgers fans, but back and forth they go. Back and forth. And it's fun. Turner hits a high fly ball to right field. To the wall, there's room. And I mean just enough room.
Anything hitting the air here in a day game at the Big A, you're always holding your breath. Nice play by Taylor Ward. Boy, he has that leg kick, and he's got that momentum going forward. And he has that lift to the baseball again. Another baseball hit in the air by Turner. Shohei, Ippei, liking it. That's about as casual as Shohei has been in a while. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'll clap my hands.
That part of the strike zone is his living. That's where he's different. 0-1 the count to Will Smith. Watson, that is, and some of his colleagues who are pitching up, up, up. He does not pitch up, up, up. Little roller to the bag. Fires. Double play.
Elementary, my dear Watson, getting a double play.
I like that one. I like that one.
How the Angels got here with all the moves they made. They have
Meet Justin Upton. He's watching MLB Network.
Again, the lineup got deeper.
Because that's what baseball fans do.
They're deep. They're deep.
You want that home run feeling? Then step in the box and let it rip. Get ready for the Major League Baseball Junior Home Run Derby, powered by MLB Develops. Compete locally and swing your way to the 2021 Junior Home Run Derby Finals. Sign up for free at jrhrd.com.
Mike Trout. People know he's one of the greatest players this game's ever seen.
Meet Mike Trout.
Can run.
He's watching MLB Network.
He's one of the nicest people you're ever going to meet.
Because that's what baseball fans do.
And he's also got tremendous show hair with his hat off.
Jim, now that you're an analyst at MLB Network, do you find that your days are easier?
Hey, Jim, here's the research packet for tonight's show. I'll see you on the set in 5.
Maybe a little easier.
The Analyst of MLB Tonight on MLB Network.
It's time for MLB Pitch, Hit, and Run, presented by MLB Network. The official
beyond play of the game. Watson being smart, leaving that glove away, knowing there's an infielder right behind him to get a 4-3 double play. So often as a pitcher, you reach out to try to make the play, brings the glove back. No, it's a better chance of getting a double play turn if it's straight to the infielder. Rojas steps on the base, 4-3 double play, finish off the inning.
How about Taylor Ward doing his job? A little late jump, and then he goes out there and knows exactly where that wall is. And with the sun shining, Gooby mentioned it also, is surprised to see that ball not carry, but he did a very fine job tracking it and a nice route.
And some high fives from Shohei Ohtani for everybody coming in to the dugout. And how often you see a guy make a great defensive play to finish off an inning? Darren starts off the inning.
Well, I guess all the time, according to you, and here he is. Mr. Rojas gets ready to go to work.
And my point, guys, great to see the young players just going out there and taking care of that defense.
And that needs to happen more often. I mean, we've even grown in this game to where we're pointing out the struggles and transgressions defensively, and there's some positives later in the game. That's definitely needing to continue to happen. Victor Gonzalez takes the rock and he rolls. 11 2/3 innings, 9 strikeouts as that one is off the plate. Our key up player profile as we take a peek at what this man has done of late. And it's been a lot of extra base hits. As a matter of fact, since April 14th, Shohei, Mike Trout, and then that man. 7 doubles and a homer. Yeah, that's getting behind the velvet rope when you're in that club.
Yes, it is.
That's VIP backroom stuff. My goodness.
It's always good to be invited to the VIP.
Hey, by the way, Trevor Bauer, 113 pitches, a season high for him, and he really begged to stay in the game. 70 strikes, 14 of 23 first pitch strikes, and he worked through 8 3-ball counts. He leaves trailing at 2-1. The Angels solved him enough.
Yeah, he kept the ball in the ballpark today. But that big double down the corner with Jared Walsh, the difference. Victor Gonzalez, he's got a good arm. 93-97, slider, changeup.
Still just 24 years old. Just turned 25, actually. Mexican native. Taylor takes up and away. 1-0 the count. "34 games last year, 277 with a .333 on base percentage. And where he saw things increase, you watched it on a day-to-day, but he had a lot more damage last year when he was called upon against breaking balls.
And really solid with runners in scoring position. That's not the case right here. But he's trying to get into scoring position himself, looking for a 2-0 fastball.
Taylor really looked up to and tried to emulate the actions of Mike Napoli. He called him one of his favorite players. One of the reasons he was initially a catcher, now he's such a versatile player. Matter of fact, how good were his catching skills? He caught for the collegiate national team, that Team USA in 2014.
When you talk about some power, Mike Napoli, in big moments throughout his career. Party at Napoli's.
3-1 the count.
Those T-shirts he had made up.
Ward always talks about how special it was to get the invite to camp in 2016 when he was such a young player. Holds that one out toward third. Couple of steps in. Fires on a cross in time for the out. He talked about then manager Mike Scioscia, how he could learn as a catcher. Benji Molina being around as well. He said, look, I know I'm not making this club as a catcher, but I'm darn sure going to learn everything I can. Phil Gosselin. Bill, his mom, Marianne. Happy Mother's Day to her. Gosselin, a ferocious reader, loves to read. As often as he can, he gives credit to his mom, who, by the way, was a college valedictorian at Wiener University.
Even for a right-handed batter, difficult to track the baseball from that arm angle from Gonzalez. 3/4 delivery. Gosselin, throughout his career, good power on the inner half. He's hoping to get one of those fastballs, the crossfire fastballs, drift on the inside part of the plate. See if he can lift it.
Gets by the pitcher, leaving his feet, unable to come up and make the play. Seager, there's an infield hit for Gosselin. And again, that's a couple of pitchers within a few minutes that don't attempt to make barehanded plays wisely. Oh, that was the glove, not his hand. My apologies.
He's trying to make that play, but if you look back, I always tell even young pitchers in the high school level, you look back, this is your home, the pitching mound, you look back where your infielders are set up. I think that's the wise decision by him to go for it where the infielders were set up. That's why you look back where your infielders are behind you, and you know how much you got to go from the glove side or even on the backhand as a pitcher to make a play. Well, you love to see Buteric work his way on base to give Fletch a chance with a runner in scoring position. He's been so good throughout his career as an Angel with runners in scoring position. It's a big at bat for Drew Buteric. Get on base for Fletch.
Good long hold. Time was called. Gonzalez had just a little bit of time during that unique COVID season last year. He had found his way to the majors. But then all of a sudden, under the bright lights, he went to work in the NLDS, then 3 appearances in the NLCS and 4 in the World Series. Became a very important part of that bullpen. Quickly. Adjust your sets. They're turning the volume up. You're not.
I was going to say, they're getting loud here. For a 2-out rally.
Such a difficult pitch to deal with. 93, but that 2-seam sink down and away. A dozen years as a major leaguer, Drew Butera. Almost exclusively a backup behind the plate. But they keep calling him for work. Good take.
That's a great call by Brian Gordon. He goes, what? Nah, he didn't go. It's a catcher at the plate. No, he didn't go.
Mother's Day to Drew's mom, Gina, of course. With Dad, such a long career in the game. Oh, that's nice. Yep. Made the move.
Like it.
Anyway, Mom Gina gets this game as much as anyone. Having it as a spouse, and then with Dad's involvement in the game and for a long time, and now as a mom. She tries to escape it, but she can't.
No.
Breaking ball, that's strike 3, and a hop and a skip on the mound as he heads back to the dugout. The Angels looking for 6 big outs to the victory.
Carlos, where did your signature term placata come from?
Placata is just an expression my brothers and I used when we were kids. It means good, solid contact, usually resulting in a home run.
Placata! The analyst of MLB Tonight, answering baseball's toughest questions.
It's time for MLB Pitch, Hit, and Run, presented by MLB Network, the official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Sign up today for your chance to play your way to the 2021 Pitch, Hit, and Run National Finals. Sign up for free at pitchhitrun.com.
Appearance in the Angels dugout, and I can see the parade of players coming over to maybe seek his advice. But guys, good to see him walking around, tenderly. But overall, a bat, a glove, Gooby, and a presence you welcome anytime, especially that it could happen maybe in the Boston trip.
In a game like this, a tight game against your rival, how he can slow the game down. Just a quick conversation with him can allow you to slow the game down and make a play in the field, or when you're in the batter's box.
I know it's been frustrating for Anthony. Second time on the injured list this season. The groin now with a left knee contusion.
Mike Myers in this 2-1 game takes the opportunity, the Ohio native, to go to work. It's been well documented how his career has evolved here in Southern California, and specifically as a reliever. His last 2 outings, he's been knocked about pretty good. 5 total runs and an inning in the third, last 2 times out. The statuesque Max Muncy, who is fearless to stand still for a baseball, is ahead in the count 1-0. Not that time.
That's a good cutter. When Muncy's tracking that baseball, he sees it middle part of the plate and he's ready to attack it, and it cut in on him. A true cut fastball from Mike Myers.
Mike, between April 6th and April 20th, made 5 appearances, had 6 dominating scoreless innings, striking out 8. He had another run like that in early May. This right-hander has been scored upon in just 4 of his 16 appearances. He managed to strike out there. He got him to take the bat off his shoulders. Whatever Myers throws engaged the patient Muncy.
And you go back to last season, how good he was against lefties. He stayed in there with that cut fastball throughout that entire at bat. Muncy unable to bring his hands up and make contact 3 times with a cutter in. 100 batting average last year, 310 OPS versus left-handed batter for Mike Myers. As a right-handed pitcher, that is extremely impressive.
And so now Chris Taylor, a single, a walk, a run batted in. He also lined to left field.
It's amazing when you see him set up. Taylor moves his bat a lot, but then he stops. The timing mechanism just allows him to relax. See if you can get that timing off if you're Mike Myers against him.
Gets a swing and a miss, 0-2 the count. Another cut fastball down and away. Much like we were talking about Trevor Bauer, that's where we saw the similarities. Myers will throw that cutter like crazy, but he'll throw it all over the strike zone. It's not just exclusively down. He loves it up. That one outside.
Yeah, you might as well take a shot. You got a 2 strikes. See if you'll get him to expand even more so. Worth the shot. That one a slider.
Beatty has a bat and is on the on-deck circle now. Had a good night last night. Straighten it out. Boy, 96.
Or seamer.
He's got that gear, huh?
A lot of times they'll throw that to set up his cutter. See if he goes to his cut fastball now.
Three and 2 the count. Outs are so precious. There's Beatty at this point in the game. Boy, talk about taking some very close pitches. Bodies moving. There seems to be such aggression, but still managed to earn the walk. Hey, by the way, a quick word from our good friends with Jack in the Box.
Get my $5.99 50-50 popcorn chicken with both classic and spicy, only at Jack in the Box.
I really go back to that 0-2 pitch. He overthrew a 4-seamer upstairs. It kind of looked like it got him out of whack as far as his delivery. And you'll see that on occasion for a pitcher. When you overthrow a pitch, it's tough to get back because that front shoulder flies a little bit quicker, and you just try to adjust and get back to your normal release point.
Matt Beatty called upon to pinch hit. A home run, 15 runs batted in on the year, one of a couple of young Dodgers that has earned a lot more playing time than everybody thought he would earn based on injury. Had a pair of hits last night, double, couple of RBIs, walked as well, had a big night last night. Cutter, swing and a miss, 0-1. That was Mo Rivera-esque when you see it against a lefty there just disappear. Went back to it, but up.
That was more of the strike zone, though. Didn't get it quite off the inside part. Anytime you see a hitter with a good pitch to hit and he misses it, fouls it straight back, you use that against him, get him to chase out of the zone. He's frustrated. He missed his pitch.
What do you want now?
See if I can get something below the strike zone to cut her down. I avoid trying to go upstairs.
He went outside corner, fastball, throws him. I think he was looking in. That's a straight four-seamer.
So often you see that for a hitter in a bat. You're up there, especially in a pinch hit role. You had a pitch hit and you missed it. And then you're thinking, I missed my pitch. Where's he throwing it? And before you do that, you got to deal with a fastball, paint, like Mike Myers. 97 on your dial.
Ruiz grabs a bat now. Keibert Ruiz. 5 total plate appearances on the season. The future of the franchise, certainly. Behind the plate, young Venezuelan, still just 22 years old. Homered on this road trip against the Cubs. Strike one. Strike two, elevated fastball. He was on the bottom floor, then the penthouse of that strike zone, back to back. Four outs to get for the Angels. Got him! 3 outs to get.
The lefties going back to what he did so well against left-handed batters last year. Nasty by Mike Myers. 2-1 Halos trying to get an add-on or two here at the bottom of the 8th.
No one covers the show like MLB Network.
Put a star by that one.
Turn on baseball's best with over 200 live games all season.
Oh my goodness!
Catch live look-ins every night on MLB Tonight.
Oh baby!
Plus breakdowns and highlights of your team, my team, every team.
And gone!
Bring home our national pastime all the time. Only on MLB Network.
Hey Al, during tonight's show, what was that meatball you threw?
Meatball? That was a hitting demonstration, and that's what I was supposed to do.
Right.
Next question.
The analyst of MLB Tonight, answering baseball's toughest questions.
Baseball Foundation supports education, food drives, and youth programs throughout this community. For more about the foundation, visit angels.com/community. Kenley Jansen goes to work for the 13th time this year. It's 13 1/3 innings. It's 13 strikeouts, but 13 walks as well, kind of surprising. And the Dodgers have moved around quite a bit defensively. You got Max Muncy over there at first with Gavin Lux next to him. Corey Seager stays there, and Turner joins him on the infield, hopping out of that DH spot. They move around in the outfield. Will bring you up to speed as well. Here is Big Kenley against David Fletcher.
Kind of like this matchup for Fletch. Jansen, a lot of cut fastballs upstairs. Fletch really good upstairs with fastballs.
Beatty, Taylor, Betts in the outfield from left to right. The shots you just saw. You're right. Cutter's up. Cutter up. Go the other way with the going right at the knees and a strike 0-2 the count.
Jets has picked up some velocity on his fastball. He's been 94, 95 this year. Last year was around 90, 92 throughout. His fastball is going to be 90, 95. He'll throw a cutter 89, 94 and then a slider.
There's the pitch. He loves it up there. Fletcher with a base hit into right field. We shared with you yesterday. He has swung and missed, and only 1% of the pitches up above the strike zone this year.
Just felt perfect combination for Fletch against Jansen upstairs, and what does he do? It's a base hit on a fastball way upstairs.
It's so unorthodox.
Well, you think as a pitcher, I'm going to get it? That's shoulder high. Fletch, amazing.
Oh, what a way to start things. You called for it going to break, looking for some add-on runs. Joe Madden and his team. You get that leadoff runner, now you got Ohtani, Trout, and Walsh all in a row.
Remember, you could steal against Kenley Jansen.
Back in the day when they first introduced the opportunity to represent with the pink bat, only a handful of players would use that pink bat. It's fun to see how many of the hitters have opted, yeah, I'm in.
Kenley Jansen has allowed 82 stolen bases in 87 attempts. 6 for 6 base stealers against him this year. Looked like Fletch was thinking about going in, time it right. Jansen does hold the ball well, but his times at the plate give you a great opportunity to steal a bag against them.
One home run allowed this year. That stunning number of 13 walks. You could almost teach that dance, the way he responded to taking that pitch. There was more movement there in a taken pitch I think I've ever seen. So tall yet so athletic. Center field. Oh, he just missed it. Oh, boy. He got him that time.
Breaking ball just enough underneath it. Tell by a reaction by a hitter, and especially with power like Ohtani. Now, as much as a good combination that was for Fletcher against Jansen, this is a more difficult one for Trout upstairs with a lot of the cut fastballs and four-seam fastballs for Jansen.
Kenley Jansen, a dozen seasons in. Nearly 650 major league appearances. That's what you're talking about, though. That wasn't a cutter. He just elevated a four-seamer.
Keep in mind, there's a lot of room on that right side of the infield. If he's going to go cutter and fastball up and away, he just got to punch it that way.
Well, let's talk about the cutter. What's the key to throwing that pitch?
It's just the pressure point on the middle finger. Just a slight tilt of your wrist as compared to your fastball. This is a slight tilt that gives you that cut action.
And just throw it as hard as you can. You're not at all on the side of it, right? You're straight behind it.
Just try to throw it almost a true old slider was like you're throwing a football. Cutter is very similar to that type of delivery.
The pitch has made that man a nice living.
Feels like Fletch can get a little bit bigger lead. Even the throwing motion to first base is a longer one for Kenley Jansen, although most closers feel that their best defense against the running game is the strikeout.
Fletcher takes off. Throw down. He swipes it. He'll hop right back up and he'll head to third.
Good take by Trout. Trust. Even though 2 strikes on him, more likely will force the infield in now for the Dodgers. Trout has to make some contact.
Yes, Lux got spiked.
And a good read right away by Fletch. Sees that baseball. Getting by Lux, gets up, spins around. Here we are at infield in. Big moment.
The 1-2 right back to the screen. Will do it again. Gavin trying to shake it off. Fletcher coming by without any intent, spiked him. You see Gavin behind the pitcher's mound there on the shift. Infield in.
How would you like to be Corey Seager? You're in the infield grass with Trout at the plate. Turner playing a little bit further back at third. Seager on the grass. He's basically hoping that Jansen stays away with all his pitches.
You're playing that close against a man whose average exit velocity is 93 miles an hour, top 7% in the league. But then again, I'm sure that doesn't surprise most of you watching.
What a fun game today. What a fun series again against the Dodgers for the Angels.
We just can't lose sight of yesterday's game, too. A blowout. I mean, a true blowout that the Angels turned into a game. Down 13-0. Lost 14-11. Of course, won 9-2 game 1 of this series.
Huge run here to get home for Trout.
Comes up empty. And now a 2-out RBI chance after that big strikeout.
Cutter ran away. Just pulled off it.
An intentional walk to Walsh. And earlier, a key piece of hitting precipitated this walk. Our Arco top-tier play.
Base loaded against Trevor Bauer. Breakable off. There are a couple breaking balls in the sequence. Turns on this one. Down in the corner. Drives in 2 with a double. Give him now 27 RBIs.
It was interesting, the reaction of Kenley Jansen was quite frustrated when they made the decision to put him on. And I think this is just counseling here. You can tell me. I think Pryor said, okay, I've got an angry pitcher now. He didn't want to intentionally walk him. Let me go soothe things over here.
Part of it is he knows it's now they're going to try to steal. They're going to try to draw a throw to second base.
Big chance for Lagares, though. .294 on base percentage this year. He's got a single RBI. Boy, RBI number 2 would be huge here. Oh, and 1 the count.
He looks a lot more free and easy this year.
Jansen.
Yep. But Lagares, all spring, saw it yesterday, stays back, up the middle, the other way. Still a ton of room right side of the infield just to hit a ball hard that way, especially with a cutter from Jansen providing the power.
Runner goes, no throw. Runners are on second and third now. Stolen base for Walsh.
His first of the season. Just as we thought, try to draw a throw. There was no way the Dodgers were going to do that.
Light stanchion shadows start to creep onto the field. You can see that on the third base line. 2-1. 2-2.
One thing about that stolen base, though, it allows Muncy to move away from the bag. More coverage on the right side of the infield. Now you got to shorten up your swing if you're Lagares. Just make contact.
Jansen gets it. Gavin Lux, Mookie Betts, Corey Seager due up for the Dodgers.
It's time for MLB Pitch, Hit, and Run, presented by MLB Network, the official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Sign up today for your chance to play your way to the 2021 Pitch, Hit, and Run National Finals. Sign up for free at pitchhitrun.com.
How the Angels got here with all the moves they made. They have
Meet Justin Upton. He's watching MLB Network.
Again, the lineup got deeper.
Because that's what baseball fans do.
They're deep. They're deep.
The chips have been down is when he has been the most effective in save situations. So it's been eating innings and different situations. That's when he has had some struggles this year. The veteran right-hander at 31 years old goes to work with an electric arm. looking to claim this series for the Halos. The Freeway Series, to be specific, for the Halos. Rysel on the year, 11 innings, 14 strikeouts, just a pair of walks. But also 13 hits and 10 runs allowed in those 11 innings. Gavin Lux, Mookie Betts, Corey Seager. Change up a key pitch. There it is. Strike one. Fastball will live in the mid-90s. There's a slider as well, and there are multiple arm angles.
He's got a swing and miss changeup, but it's all set up by his fastball and breaking ball.
There's that swing and miss fastball that's up in the zone. Changeup down, fastball up, 0-2.
That almost had the appearance of it was rising in the strike zone.
One away, 2 outs to get. For the love of quick outs, that was one.
And don't mess around, don't waste a pitch, just run right back out. 96. Back to the Hyundai key to the game. Fly me to the moon, run that fastball up and out of the strike zone. Try to get the second out here. It's a tight slider.
2-0 the count. Well, that key to the game is such a chameleon. I mean, just really evolves throughout the game. Fits well no matter where it is.
It's about the presentation.
I agree. 2-1 the count. It's all in the sales pitch. By the way, that is a tough pitch to deal with. It couldn't have been more the top corner of the strike zone. The 2-1. Changeup, good take. Right back up there, 3-2.
Slightly better pace today for Rysel Iglesias.
He lost it.
Well, that's a really good take. It's clearly a ball. It's a tough take.
Seager's only faced him once. It's been a couple of years, so tough to apply, but he did homer against him back in 2017. 1-for-1. The other way into left field. It's a base hit. Talk about using the entire ballpark.
Always aggressive. Really good power and on the line the other way. Got to vary your look now. That's at second. Iglesias does a nice job as far as shutting down a running game. This 9 stolen bases and 16 attempts against me as 1 pickoff.
The Dodgers have not won back-to-back games since April 16th and 17th. Freeway Series all time. The Angels are 10 games over 500 at 71 and 61. What has And just a blast again this year to be a part of. Here we go. Turner's walked twice. He's grounded out and he's lined out. And when he lined out to the base of the wall. Slider misses outside, 1-0.
Good changeup. Sold it well. Great arm action.
Fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He's rolled up a pair of double plays this year and 25 in his career. In double play situations, he's actually just a touch below league average in earning those big ground balls. But he's done it.
Not an easy guy to get a ground ball against, but maybe this is the time at an infielder.
Changeup outside, pulled it, overthrew it just a little. Turner drives it to right field. It's playable. Squared up. Into the glove of Ward it goes. 1 out to go for the Halos.
Like Seager, Will Smith, aggressive on the first pitch. Got to be careful.
Came in with an on-base percentage of .371. Dangerously patient. Has hung an 0 on his resume today. LA 1 of 10 with runners in scoring position in this game. I mean, just off the plate. Bouncing ball out toward third. To the bag! The Freeway Series. This one belongs to the Angels. They take 2 of 3 from the Los Angeles Dodgers. Round number 1 goes to the men in red in Orange County, and the Halo will shine bright tonight.
How about after a 14-11 slugfest last night, a 2-1 victory for the Halos, win 2 of 3 against the Dodgers. Jared Walsh, the big 2-run double, and the bullpen. What a job today. 5 scoreless innings out of the bullpen. Marcel Iglesias picking up the save. What a job today by the bullpen. The defense, Iglesias getting the save against the Dodgers. Angels win 2-1 today.
And Quintana will tell you, I wish I could have done more. I should have done more. But in a year in which he has struggled, those 4 innings he gave this team, you hope are a step in the right direction.
Yeah, exactly right there. And that is a plus what we saw. He had some walks, but he also had some really good stuff throughout the game. Great win here for the Halos to be able to win this one today.
How about this? Some great reactions.
Yeah, we're in early May, but this is a huge series for the Halos.
Well, there's no doubt. It was a really, really tough start to this homestand with the Rays. Frustrating. You don't want to leave town reeling. No way.
And when you're playing the Dodgers with the fans here today, they were packed in here as much as they could bring into the stadium. It was great to see the energy throughout this entire series.
A fabulous, fabulous series for the Angels. Jared Walsh, Jose Mota, gentlemen, it's all yours.
Thanks, Darren. Jared, overall, I mean, what a battle for you, especially that third inning at bat against Trevor Bauer. What is the mindset? How were you able to come through in a big situation there against a tough guy?
Yeah, he's really tough. Got a lot of good stuff. So anytime you can put something in play in the air against him, it's a good thing. So got lucky, found a hole, and scored some runs.
No, not just getting lucky, but you've been so clutch. You've been in scoring position. Now, what has been the key element to you coming from your hitting coaches in those situations?
You know, just being on time, so you have the opportunity to hit multiple pitches. If you're a little bit fooled, you got a chance. So trying to get in good positions consistently.
How about the crowds here for the Freer Series? Team have been struggling, come through and win the series. How big is this for this team moving forward?
Crowd was unbelievable. Thank you guys for coming out. Love the energy you guys bring the entire series.
And lastly, I know Mama throws some BP to you.
Yeah.
How special is it on this Mother's Day to come through like that? What message do you have for your mom?
It's huge. Love you, Mom. Love all the moms out there. So you guys stay safe, and looking forward to seeing you soon.
Jared, outstanding job all the way around. Thank you very much for being with us, and enjoy your afternoon.
Thank you.
Jared Walsh, hero again. Big crowd here at the Big A all throughout the weekend. Close one, yeah. Angels battle all throughout. Fun to see Jose Quintana getting picked up by the bullpen and the Angels coming through. So stay tuned because Angels Live is coming right up. Patrick O'Neill, Gooby, Darren, myself breaking it all down for you with the Angels' big series win against the rival Dodgers right after this.